alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. It's kind of a mess. Understand? I think Pixie's moving his pillow. And Poops is getting spooked. No. Yeah. So Yuki's crying, but we don't care about that. Pixie, stop scaring him. I'm almost done with this book, guys. It's crazy. Exam 2. It's a very structured exam. There's gonna be proofs in it, though, which I was not expecting. Why is there proofs in a complex variables class? I get it. It's like a branch off from complex analysis, like real analysis, but it's just not fair. It's already hard enough, and now they're making us do proofs. Be for real, man. So my laptop is kind of low in charge, not gonna lie. I better get my charger though. Pixie! Like, he's just chilling with his teddy, right? And Pixie comes out of nowhere because she's bored. Does he ever annoy anybody when he's bored? No. He just keeps to himself. Alright, so the terminology to know and be ready to use. Definitely the geometric series, which adds up to 1 over 1 minus w when absolute value or the magnitude of w is less than 1. And the polar Cauchy-Riemann conditions in an equation, principal nth root, function, principal logarithm, principal complex power. Oh my god. But these are just terminologies to know and be ready to use. It's not like the definition, right? So we'll get to those notations and terminologies when we need them, or when we need to. But for now, the definition, exponential function. So what is the exponential function? Well, this is the power series, right? Oh my god, Pixie. He's going crazy. This is Pix and Pop's time right behind me. But nobody's watching the live, what? He's so proud. Oh, she's gonna go after him now. So she loves noise, right? Anything crinkly. And this guy is so mad. He hates noise. Yo, Iron Kill, welcome to the stream. First person. After 5 minutes of streaming. Always just out of reach, man. Picks and pops and picks and pops and picks and pops. Hey, you're sneezing too? I just sneezed. Pixie, slap him. Please. High cortisol levels. Do you guys want to be evicted? Because Luca's not liking this. His cortisol's up too. He's not even, what? He's not even smirking, yo. His trademark face is gone. He's so mad. These imbeciles. Okay, sorry, Leo. I mean, Luca. We're gonna have to kick you out, Pixie. This high cortisol activity is not allowed. It's prohibited. Oh, I feel bad. She's having so much fun. Sorry. Psych.
What did you eat?
I had almost beef and rice. It was so good. So good. I put in a container though, so you can have to warm it up.
Who eats rice in the morning?
Me?
Good.
Better than Red 40 or like chocolate in the morning.
Why is that the only other option?
I don't know. I had cake too, ice cream cake. Oh my gosh, Ivan Vasiliev, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Say what? Alright, so we have our Mr. ChatGPT here to help us study. I might have to bring my charger though. But once it reaches, which is like 5% maybe. I'm kind of lazy right now. Okay, so first thing we have on the definitions list is exponential function, and the logarithm functions, log of z. So, why is it going over that? No, hold on. Oh my god, this is not working out. Say Kinaiga. Okay, that makes you happy, Mr. Even or Mrs. Even. Kaniga. Kniga. Does that make you happy? Oh my god, oh my days. Okay, I'm gonna switch accounts. Because this is not working out. Okay, so where is everything? Okay. Hi, right now I'm screen recording, which I'm making a vid right now. Oh, awesome. And welcome to the stream. Welcome back, Anime Edits. How have you been? How's everything with your with your family, your situation? I remember it being really bad for some reason. Like you felt really sick, right? Are you feeling better? Is the situation better now? Are you okay? Alright, so exponential function, the definition of the power series is so there are two definitions, but I feel like the cosine plus I sine y is like the more important one, just because like no one really needs to know this first one. I think it's still good to know. Like we have the series thing here, going to infinity, and starting at 0, and then you have z of n over n factorial for all z in the complex plane or complex numbers. So that's one definition, right? But we also have, I feel like, is what is the main definition of e to the exponent z, which is e to the z, not z, e to the x, right? So very important that we don't get that messed up. E to the x of cosine y plus I sine y. So this is important because z is equal to x plus iy, right? So if that is the case, that's when this happens. So some key things to remember. So key concepts, I guess, is that exponents are analytic everywhere. And then let's say you have exponent z plus w, right? What does that become? Just exponent z and exponent w, just like that. Okay, I'm not posting it, but I do it for fun, and yeah, I'm going to my new school tomorrow. Are you excited? Are you anxious? How are you feeling right now about that? Math exams? Yes. And welcome to the stream, user Master Detective. How's it going? Yeah, I'm so unprepared and so anxious for this exam, but I'm gonna actually lock in, and this could be the longest live stream ever because I don't plan on not studying anytime soon. Like taking a break maybe. I'm gonna, even if I take a break, I'm just gonna stay right here. I'm gonna do the Pomodoro thing technique where you study for 1 hour, take a 10-minute break, and you come back and continue. Like I feel like I might just study for the next 5 hours until it's 4 p.m. So yeah. Because after 4 I gotta go. So yeah. I mean, if this is only happens if z equals x plus iy, then that's when this happens right here. All right, so that's definition number 1. So the other definition that we gotta go over is log of z. All right, and this is when z is not equal to 0. So we have that log of n equals to ln of the magnitude of z plus I times the argument z plus 2 pi k. This was in my previous exam. I'm not sure whether I put the I or not, and that's what's throwing me off. I flopped on the definition aspect of that last exam. It was so easy, bro. Because I remember studying it, and imagine like not remembering right before the exam what you studied. That's pretty crazy. But yeah, this is when k is in the integers. So some 2 important things to remember is that there's a multi-valued because argument z is multi-valued, and the principal logarithm is single valued. So this is multi-valued. And then this is not a function unless you restrict the argument. I'm not sure what that means, but good. But I'm going to wear school clothes. I'm not happy about that. Why are you not happy? What's wrong with that? I honestly like school clothes. I felt like, everybody is in a uniform. You don't have to bully anybody for what they wear. And, no one can tell whether you wore the same thing yesterday or not. Like, oh my gosh, outfit repeater. No, like, it doesn't matter. But people would still find ways to, instead of wearing school uniform, they would like sort of wear so many jackets on top or like so many accessories like shoes and jackets on top or sweaters that would make it look like they're not wearing uniform. Like they're just showing how much money they got wearing different jackets every single day. It's pretty crazy. You don't gotta do that. But yeah, that's just how it is. All about the clout, though. I would hate wearing school clothes if I were, I don't know, rich and had so much to wear. And like, I was really into fashion or fitness. Be like, oh, I want to wear my wardrobe everywhere. Why do I gotta wear these ugly school clothes? But it's a good thing for the poor people, the poor kids. A lot of poor kids out there. Which I'm surprised because I thought you were a poor kid. So you're not happy about the school clothes. Is it uncomfortable? Why don't you like that? This is a function single valued, right? This one we went over is multi-valued, so this one is single valued. This argument is between pi and negative pi. So this is a function single valued, and the domain is the branch cut negative real axis. All the complex value or numbers minus the negative real axis. What is that? It goes into negative infinity all the way up to 0. So this is the branch cut negative real axis. We don't gotta write that down. That's gonna get a little confusing if we write it down. So the complex sine and cosine via power series is our next definition. But how many in total do we have? We have 5 definitions, right? If we look at our exam material. Complex sine function, sine z, and cosine function, cosine z as power series, complex power function z of s and z of s equals to exponent s log z. I forgot the exponent last time. Oh my god. Alright. School uniforms are tough. Yeah, welcome back to the stream, Monarchist. How's it going? Have you been since the last stream? I feel like it's been a long time since I've streamed, just because, like, I don't know. Did I say yesterday I was gonna read afterwards? I feel like I should be banned from reading, because, oh my god. Oh my god. Like, school's getting scary, bro. Like, exam tomorrow, based on so many things. Like, I don't want to stress, you know, I'm a low cortisol kind of person. But yeah, I mean, it's very easy to get overwhelmed by the situation you're in. But if you have trust in God and do your part, and that means putting other things that you like, such as reading, to the side, then you'll get through it, inshallah. I'm not going to read anymore, The Mountain Is You, as much as I like that book and the other book. School's almost done for me. Awesome, bro. It's, okay, so I have Thursday and Friday, and then after that is spring break, which is like a week, I think. But it's not fair, because in spring break, I gotta get my wisdom teeth out, bro. I got all 4 of them to be taken out. And I hope everything goes well, because, what's it called? My friend said that she got her wisdom teeth out, and then it hurt. It hurt, she said it hurt worse to get a filler than to get those wisdom teeth out. I was like, yo, that's crazy. That's tough. So we have sine z and we have cosine z. I don't like the summation thing via the power series. That's like, it just looks so complicated. So I don't think I'll worry about that. So sine z is equal to 1 over 2i e to the iz minus e to the negative iz. And then cosine z is equal to 1 over 2i, pretty similar. Not 2i, it's just 2. My bad. Multiplied by same thing, except it's added in the middle. Would you look at that? Sine is a girl, cosine is a guy. Don't change my mind on that. I don't know why, but yeah. Hello, Kian Suki. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Look is move the toy. Look. Huh? The toy is moving. What? You're scaring me, bro. I also have to get mine out because they're growing from the roof of my mouth, not the normal space. Oh my god, that sounds so scary. Does it hurt? Are you in college? Hello, Dill6827. Yes, I am. So, I don't know. Normally, I don't really answer that because people tend to guess my age, but I don't say my age. So the complex power function is z to s. Z to the power s. Is simply the principal value, since log is multivalued, s of z of s is multivalued in general. So the key point is, depending on branch choice, this is where mistakes often happen. It could be either one, right? But in the end, it's still exponent s log of z. But it could be principal log as well, so that means capital L. But it depends on branch choice. So what actually matters, right? The exponent is the foundation. Everything reduces to it. Log introduces branch issues, and then the principal log fixes that but restricts the domain only to the negative real axis. And the powers inherit the same branch behavior. Sine and cosine are just disguised as exponentials. If you don't keep track of the domain, the single versus the multi-valued, you lose points even if the algebra is right. Ooh. Scary. Which chapter are you studying in math? Hello, welcome welcome to the stream, Shiv Chowdhury. How's it going? Are you Muslim? Your last name sounds like it's Muslim. Chowdhury. But yeah. What is that? Hello, Chinchilla. This is for an exam. We're doing complex variables. And Alu Samosa Piazbi, welcome. Answer is 43. Thank you so much for the answer. I really appreciate it. I wish it was that simple. Bro, give me some long-term study motivation. Okay. Kishav Maheshwar, assalamu alaikum. I think you're Muslim. I don't know. Maheshwar sounds kind of Muslim. If you're not, sorry about that. Here's some motivation, right? The thumbnail says studying is a privilege. So don't waste that privilege, bro. Not everybody gets to study. You know, if you think about it, so many people in the world, and I used to be very confused about this. I was like, why are women in Afghanistan or Pakistan fighting for education, bro? Like, you guys want to deal with this? You guys want to put yourself through this pain? But education is freedom. If you really, really think about it, and if you take your education seriously, it will open opportunities up for you that no one without education would have. Your whole worth as a person, obviously not determined by anything other than like your good character, your qualities inside, but in society, in the eyes of people, is determined by education. And I know you're not supposed to care about how you're seen by other people sometimes, but out of self-respect, take your education seriously, and inshallah that will motivate you to keep up with your studies and do the things that you need to do, you know? Just like me, I'm trying my best, as much as I don't want to do this, because it hurts my heart to, you know, see just like the whole process of trying to study, it just makes you really scared and anxious, and you don't want to do it, you just want to give up. But God gives his greatest battles to his favorite soldiers. I think that's how it goes. Okay, so we're gonna have to do proofs now. This part is scary, because how many proofs do we gotta do? There's, let's see, differentiability of principal log z and the derivative of the principal log z. And then there's also the fundamental theorem of complex calculus. So that's just 2 things. I hope it's not too bad to do these proofs. But yeah, let's go over it, inshallah. Wise woman, thank you, K please. You're a smart woman. Thank you, Shiv Chowdhury. I try to act upon my words, you know. I know that I don't as much as I wish I did, but you gotta practice what you preach. It's hard to give advice like this because you know how true you are to that advice yourself. So it's not just about preaching to others, but to follow what you say as well. What's up? Welcome back, Kayplays. I thought you were young like me. No wonder my 8th grade mind doesn't get this. Yeah, I don't say my age though. Like, I'm not, like, I didn't even go to 11th grade, bro. Is the chapter name relation function? No, it's not that. It's complex variables. Some super ultra pro max study motivation long term. A student prays before an exam. God, please let it be open book. God, bro, I wrote the book. You still didn't read it. I know, bro. Like, you can't expect an open book exam to be easy if you didn't even read anything. Because you think about the time constraint as well. You're not going to be able to find the answers, even if it is open book, if you don't study. But I know for a fact this is not going to be open book, so, oops, sorry. Differentiability. Of the principal log z and the derivative. Actually, no, it goes over here. Equaling to 1 over z. Alright, so step 0, start from the definition, right? Let z equal to re to the I theta. That's your polar thing. It's between negative and positive pi. But yeah, let me know what exams you guys have. Hello, Juria. Yo, Mui Draws. Welcome to the stream. I don't think I recognize you. Are you new here? And Primo, yo, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'm left-handed. But yeah, it's been so long since I've seen you. Welcome back. Studying for competitive exam is hard when you already know you will fail. No, don't think you'll fail, okay? Just think about how, you pray to God, say, I'm gonna do my part. I'm gonna tie my camel, right? And then trust in you. But as much as it seems impossible, I know that God grants success to those who really, really want it. So if you think about it that way, then you know for a fact in your heart that you're gonna pass. You just need to know how to get there. That's the part that you gotta focus on. Like, I know I'm gonna pass, but how am I supposed to get there? Not, oh, I'm gonna fail, might as well not try. Just think to yourself, I know I'm gonna pass. Think about it that way, okay? Hopefully that helps. Alright, so this is your definition of z, right? In polar form. So principal log z is equal to ln r plus I theta. Because r is basically z modulus, not modulus, or yeah, it is modulus, but like magnitude z. And then I theta here is principal argument z. So define u of r and theta equals to ln of r, and then v of r theta equals to theta. So this part is u. This part, not the I part, just this part right here. So your complex part, that's gonna be your v. So we're gonna need to use the polar Cauchy-Riemann equations. So what is that? It's like the partial variables. Partial derivative, my bad. You have 1 . There's probably an easier way to write this. Uh, all right. This is just about the differentiability of log z. So you let z equals to r via I theta, and you switch the log z from what it was originally, which is log z equals ln z plus principal argument z. And you switch that out, and then you name them, or like label them as u and v. Then you find the partial derivative, right, using the Cauchy-Riemann equation. So the partial thing of u on r is basically ln of r. It becomes 1 over r of partial v over partial theta. So when you compute the derivatives, you have u r equals to 1 over r, and use the like partial derivative of just u on theta is equal to 0, because it's constant, right? You have v, sorry, I already finished the u's, they're both the u's. So you have v of r now, that's equal to 0, because this is r. Actually, no, this is v. The v of r, just 0. And then v of theta is equal to 1. Just 1. So those are your computed derivatives. And then the first equation, when you plug it in over here, hi, Lana. Welcome back to the stream. Yes, I do remember you. Welcome back. How's it going? And King Haywood, welcome. Yes, that's the pie. I remember the song of pie. This is the pie followed by that. Awesome. Dear Math, don't ask me where's X because I don't know where your X is and I don't know why. Wow. OG joke right there. I don't know where your grammar. Hi. Hi, Lana. K got an echo. I love pie. Yo, it's Jeffrey Epstein. What? Bro is doing Einstein level. Oh my gosh, Artistic Praga, welcome back to the stream. It's been so long. Are you still here? How you been so long? I know, I just saw you, sorry. My 12th grade exam got completed and waiting for my results come and get my thing kicked. Oh my gosh. It's okay. You're not gonna fail, okay? It might be a low score, but don't be scared. You got this. What to do with distraction stuff? Man, a lot of people anxious out here. How are you? I'm awesome. Man, I wish Peggy were still here, bro. I just noticed her. But yeah. Because I want to ask her something. Cosplay thinks he's the most Sigma in the world. Okay, please. A meme doesn't need to have grammar. Chill. Whoa, that's deep. Alright. So let me get my charger real quick. I didn't choose this life, guys. It chose me. I'm trying to prove anything to the world. Please, why can't you call your cat? Oh, you want to see my cat? Bro, every single stream I bring them in and they just leave. They don't even like being on the stream anymore. It's so sad. They're so unsupportive. All right. So this looks a little bit confusing, right? But there's a simpler way to write it. So I'm gonna change this so y'all can understand a little bit better. By y'all I mean me, but I'm gonna say y'all just so that I could seem like I know something, because I don't. So the polar Cauchy-Riemann equation conditions look like this. So u partial derivative of u on r is equal to 1 over r v theta. And this is about if a function z looks like this. We're looking at this function here, right? So u of r theta plus I of v r theta. So this is what the partial derivative of u looks like for right here. This will be 1 over r v theta. And then for v, partial derivative of r equals to negative of I over r v theta. Alright, so that's exactly the same thing that I just erased, but written in a simpler notation. So the derivative has to be of looking like this. This is the derivative. Looks like e to the negative I theta of u r plus I v r. So let's see about that. We did the partial derivatives here, right? So if you were to multiply what we got here, then we have IR times 1, right? UR v theta And then VR is equal to what? 0 equal to negative 1 over r times u theta, which is 0. And VR is 0. So that proves what we got here. So if you check the polar CR conditions, the Cauchy-Riemann conditions, then you know that they match. So yeah, they both match. And both conditions for r is greater than 0 and being in the negative pi to pi region for logarithm z holds. So that means it's differentiable on that domain. So r is greater than 0, check. And what is theta? Yeah, it's between that pi, so that's check. So we proved that. That's only one part. That's just the differentiability of log z, right? We even haven't gotten to the derivative of z. Is homework? She's studying a new language. It's not a new language, guys. I mean, they do say math is a language, like language of the universe, but it's not that. It's all started when my Unimi met my Wallahi and they fell in love and had the best Brazilian controller stick drift. What is that? I never said you said such. I never said I was tough, bruh. Wait, we need a mod in the chat, bro. Lana, do you want to be mod? I'll make you mod. Hello, welcome to the stream. Mithlesh Sharma, your country? I'm from California. That's why it's, what's it called, 12:21 p.m. right now. Gonna study as long as I can. So proof number 2. Well, it's supposed to be part of the same proof. Just I broke it up. So we're looking at the derivative. No, not like that. It's d over dz of log z equals to e to the negative I theta of ur plus ibr. So this part is hard because we're supposed to substitute. It's not hard, it's just like kind of unfamiliar. Nothing is ever hard or easy. It's just familiar or unfamiliar. So what do we get from last time? We got that ur is 1 over r, right? 1 over r, and then VR is what? 0, right? VR here, we got 0, right? Partial derivative, easy. So we're still looking at the f of z here. Z being log z. So I have e to the negative I theta times 1 over r plus I times 0. And then you get what? E to the negative. No, it's not like same thing. So we got power negative I theta. And then over r plus 0. It's just that. But problem is z equals to r e to the I theta. How do we get that? From this. Well, you could say, if that's what z is, then what is 1 over z? Because we're trying to prove that the derivative of log z is equal to, like, what were we trying to prove? Is that dz of the principal log z goes to 1 over z, right? But we have this as z, and we got this. So that means 1 over z is kind of like the negative root, right? The not root, but like the negative power, because negative power is always 1 over something. But if that's the case, then that's only the e part. The r part goes on the bottom. That's exactly what we get here. So that's that we proved it. It matches. Proven. But why would we put the small log? We didn't need to do that. It's just in polar form. That's what f of z looks like. Does that make sense, guys? I got into MIT. Yo, Izzy for life. That's such a flex. Does MIT stand for something? Like, I don't even know what that. I just know it's a good school. But I don't know what MIT you're talking about. It could be the mitten in your kitchen. Damn, tomorrow is my math exam, you know? Yeah, bro. You better study. And then the VR. And while I'm studying, you can study alongside me, you know? Just so, like, I skipped complex numbers, haha. Why? Math's so tough, the gang. Yeah, welcome to the stream, traditional capacitor. How's it going? 1 over z is a because z is the end of the alphabet. So you start over at a. Oh my god! That's genius! Why were you gatekeeping that this whole time? I like how in complex variables, at least we don't have to write formal proofs. Like, you don't have to write the whole thing, you know? I don't know though. You might take off points for not writing like polar, those steps in polar form. I probably should write the steps though. So write polar form here, and then use substitution. And then you just put it together. Like, you don't have to label that part. I don't understand how UR is equal to 1 over R times V theta. But I think that's just the polar Cauchy-Riemann equation. So let's look at the original polar Cauchy-Riemann equation. That's just how it is. Like, that's just what it looks like. It's analytic everywhere where z equals to r e by theta. So du So you are equal to that. This is the polar Cauchy-Riemann equation. Like, there's no deriving that. I mean, there is, but like, you don't gotta derive that yourself. Just pull it out of thin air to prove it. That's your step right here. You just have to derive these. And then you do the calculation, right? Plug it in and see if it fits, matches. But what about this part? The derivative. Well, they're gonna ask you. No, they're not gonna provide that though. The complex derivative f of z is f prime z is polar coordinates is given by e to the negative I theta of your thing, your polar Cauchy-Riemann equation. UR and VR. This is also something to memorize. It's like given, you know? So there's very little computation involved. It's just memorizing. Hello. Hi, Bill, Jana, Stodge, Sivska. Welcome back to the stream. And Tofu, hope Jory doesn't read my chats after 10 minutes. Don't worry, I think it hasn't been 10 minutes. Woke up from my sleep at 2 a.m., still 50 minutes late. Oh my gosh, you woke up like for the stream or just woke up randomly? But yeah, wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Tofu. Why'd you wake up so late or early? I don't know. But like, it's such a weird time. 2 a.m.? That's crazy. Binomial theorem was good though. I had a very hard time with the binomial theorem. It's like it's so hard to remember. The pattern is so easy. It looks so easy, but it's so hard to remember at some point. Like, can you state the binomial theorem right now? Just because you haven't studied it. Damn. It's 1 a.m. in India. Dang, you guys are night owls. I have to sleep. Okay, bye, Kimberly. And I'm sorry I didn't see you earlier, Kimberly. But yeah, thanks for joining the stream. I wasn't sleeping for 4 days straight after Mom passed away. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Tofu. I understand, like, I wouldn't be able to sleep as well if that were to happen to me. And I'm really, really sorry. But, like, you were sleeping until now? Was it the first time you were able to sleep since then? Or the sleep schedule messed up? Yeah, I expect that. That makes sense. I came right now. Oh, wow. Awesome. Sorry if I can't, like, look at the chat while doing my thing at the same time. What solution for distraction? Well, in this world where we have, like, so many apps in our faces just saying, it's built by Harvard people, like, the most intelligent people in society, building these apps so that it could grab your attention. They're forcing you, basically, with all their intelligence. It's kind of like you have to outsmart them and download these forest apps, flow apps to block these apps, but it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Yeah, this is the age of distraction. It's like a huge fitna, bro. But we got this. You just gotta find a balance between the distractions and your deep work, because at the end of the day, we can't outsmart Harvard students, right? And they're all building these distractions. So I think the real question is how to balance the distractions. So you just gotta find a schedule. Make a schedule and stick to it, inshallah. That should be good. Or, like, use a distraction to your advantage, maybe. Like, block everything. Only keep what's important. So, the next thing we're gonna prove is the fundamental theorem of calculus. This is the real number 2, not this one. This is part 1 continuing. Okay. Not calculus, but complex calculus. So the statement is, if f is analytic on a domain, then the capital F of z, f prime z, is equal to f of z. And for any curve from z1 to z2, you have this right here. F of z dz. Same thing as regular calculus. Z2 minus f of z1. I know I'm using 2 lines to write that. But step number 1 is to parametrize the curve. Parametrize. So basically turn everything into a t. You have dz here, turn it to dt. So let z of t and t being in the interval a to b, which is what your integral goes to. So then you have this becoming into a b zt z prime t dt. That's a little confusing. And power stations. And I didn't specifically woke up for the stream, but I wanted you to start the stream before I was falling asleep. Oh, I'm so sorry. I could have, but I feel like I was busy doing something. I don't know. Oh yeah, I was doing a lot of chores. And then my sister was also, she had work. So, yeah. This room was taken up and my mom was sleeping in the other room, so it's kind of like I can't stream whenever I'm free, you know? I could be free, but still can't stream because lack of space. Maybe you're ending soon. When are you gonna go to college? Me? Was Eris here when I want to say hi and sorry? No, I don't think he was here. He hasn't come yet. Yes, I slept 4 hours. Awesome. We'd love to hear that. What solution? Bye. Good night for me. Okay, bye, Kimberly. She probably left so long ago. Are you from USA? Yes, I am. Pixelace. Welcome to his stream. Delusions appear to be the only solution. Yeah. You know the time in India? Is it like 1 a.m.? I didn't... Okay. You'll be one day, inshallah. Okay, please. What is inshallah? You're a lefty? Yes, I am. Welcome back to the stream, legit way. I respect all religions. Read the chat. So nice of you. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna do this in a different way. Z1 and Z0. I think that's more common. Because parameterizing it, I feel like didn't work for me. Maybe this way will work. So we could let f of z here write them in real and imaginary parts. So the lowercase f of z will become u x to y and then plus I v x and y, and then the capital F of z, we'll let that be capital U x and y plus I times capital V x y. So since f of z is equal to f prime z, or actually no, f prime z is equal to f of z, the capital F prime z. Then we have f prime z equals to capital U x plus I v x equals to U plus I v. Those partial becomes the normal. So this is the integral, right? We're looking at capital F as an integral. So we could substitute U, like the lowercase u, as capital U of x, and then lowercase v is capital V of x. Since we're not dealing with any y's here. So we use the Cauchy-Riemann equation for f. What does the Cauchy-Riemann equation say? Not G, C. Does everybody follow along, by the way? What does it say? It says ux equals to vy, and then uy is equal to negative vx. Simple. If I were a teacher or a professor, I'd get like a 1.5 star rating. Because I've seen a lot of people rate their professors low because they're like, she only talks to herself, she's not really teaching the class. But I'm not even a teacher, bro. I'm trying to be the student and the teacher at the exact same time. So we have that vy equals to u, and uy is equal to negative v. Alright, so write f of z, dz in terms of dx and dy. So we have dz equals to dx plus I dy. So f of z dz equals to u plus iv dx plus I dy. Right? Because u plus iv is our x and y's. So dz is not u. This is our f of z. F of Z is U plus I of B. We're just substituting again, basically. The Bible, not Middle East much like Muslim countries from the Asia. Okay, he's Muslim, she tries her best to follow, I believe. Yeah, I'm Muslim. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah ala ni'mat al-Islam. I'm from South Africa. We have another South African here. His name was, he was here just now, I forgot his name. Monarchist. Hey, yo, welcome back to the stream, Catherine. How's it going? How have you been since the last stream? What are you solving? Hi, Huioi. I'm using pencil, not pen. Yeah. Pencil, like, you could erase it. But yeah. The person who asked, what are you solving, probably left. It is Jewish people. I'm not Jewish. It was Juria, so we call her Juria. Yeah. I got 1950 on SAT. Is that good? I haven't ever taken an SAT before. I just know it's really hard. Should I retake it? What is the good ratio? Or like the good range? Where's Catherine? Is she using a new account? Yeah, it's her dad's account. Christopher Trimble. So, I don't know if this proof is a little harder or not. But this is how we're gonna prove the fundamentals of theorem of complex calculus. Because I feel like it's less hard than parametrizing. I don't know, the parametrizing way seems simpler. Not really. Well, oh my gosh, yeah. Is there a shorter way? I feel like I do gotta stick to the parametrizing way because this is just crazy, man. But I'm not sure. Because I feel like we're supposed to use the Cauchy-Riemann equation for this. I don't know. It's making me anxious. Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakeel. Because how am I supposed to remember this entire proof, man? I don't think I can. Yuki is here. What? What? No. She's just like an alarm clock. Yuki, get on the bed. Oh, yo, I got a shoebox. That way I could bring them on the bed. 1 second, we're back. Back with the shoebox. No, get back. No. Nikki, the shoebox, look at it. Look at the shoebox. No. Nikki. Oh my god. That's what I'm saying, guys. Cats are so annoying. Hello, welcome. Welcome back to the stream. Are you ignoring me? No, I'm not ignoring you. Hey, Rahul, which state are you from? Such a successfulness. I mean, Euler's identity. Yes. Who's the real joke? Welcome back to the stream. Well, it's not really Euler's identity, is it? E to the I5 plus 1 is 0. So we had an Eid gift exchange yesterday. So the cats really like the wrapping paper. So if you hear anything, it's Yuki playing with the wrapping paper. Then we just foil, I believe. U dx plus I u dy, and then plus v dx plus I v dy. Or this is IV and IV, so it's I squared. This is IV dy, IV dx. So we have U dx minus V dy plus I V dx plus U dy, right? So substitute using this is step 2, this is step 3. Step 4 is to substitute using the U derivatives. Alright. So the real parts, they become U dx and U x dx. No, hold on. We're looking at this last line right here. Right? So U dv is equal to U x dv minus plus uy dy plus I v dx vx dx plus so actually no, the real part is u and the imaginary part is y. V. The real part is u, the imaginary part is v. So v dx becomes vx dx, right? And then the u dy becomes vy dy.
Time to end.
It's not even 4.
What do you mean? I have work.
Oh, you have work. My bad. Dang it. I gotta go, guys. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.